Okay, so we are going to do our number maze. We use our playground wall maze to make us do this. And in order to be able to make this number maze possible, we're not just going to do our level 1 challenge. We are going to make sure that we get to visit 1, 2, 3, and 4 before we get to the checkerboard exit of this maze. So what we want to make sure is that we grab a comment block. So you click on comments. And that helps us remember what we have to do. So we're going to say visit all numbers in order. Leaving, spell leaving, right? Leaving the maze. Okay. That's the first thing that we want to make sure that we keep in mind as we're coding this. Remember that every time that you start moving your robot forward, you want to think about how much space you're moving. Your robot takes up about 200 millimeters. So to jump him all the way out forward, just as a point of reference, I'll give you your little tip for watching this, is 250. So that's on your drivetrain. The next thing, which is a great tip to have, a lot of us don't have the patience of constantly waiting for the robot. I like to set my velocity for driving and my velocity for turning to 100. I learned this from Storming the Castle. That was the one that I learned from there. So now I'm going to go back to let's drive forward. So we know that if we only drive forward for 200, we won't clear the actual corner. So we want to make sure that actually we're not, but we're doing our numbers. So we need to get to the number 1 first. So we do not want to drive forward first. We actually need to turn right first. So let's turn right for 90 degrees, and then we're going to drive forward, but not for 200. We're going to drive forward for 250. And we're going to watch what that looks like. So turn, bam. Okay, great. Now we're going to stop that. So now we need to then again turn left. Now I'm going to click here and I am going to duplicate because remember, there we go. We started this whole thing before. So now we want to turn left and drive forward 250. So watch. Oh, sorry, we had to reset. But okay, here we go. There we go. Turn left, drive. Okay. So essentially, this first part is quite a repeat, this little bit, but it's not a repeat enough that we can use a repeat block because now we're not just going 250. Now it looks like we have to go about, maybe this would be 250 to get me here, but then I have to go another 250. So I'm going to say that this is going to take me 500. So I've got to turn left again. Sorry, I've got to turn right again, but I'm going to still go ahead and I'm going to duplicate my blocks. So I'm going to take that down. I'm going to turn right here. And I am going to go forward 500. I'm going to reset and I'm going to see how that takes me. So there we go. Perfect. Does 500 take me enough? Yes, it does. Perfect. Okay. Then again, I'll turn right. Oops, stop that. So I have to turn right, go forward. Okay. So a lot of this is partial repetitive stuff. You could throw some repeat blocks in here, which will definitely makes things nice because now at this point it's a right and then it's another right. So we can grab a repeat block. And what we know about the repeat is that we need to, when we get here, we're going to take 2 right turns. So we grab the repeat block and it's 90 degrees, moving forward just 1 space, turning right again and moving 1 space. So watch how that plays out. That's where we left with the 500. We threw in a repeat block. Okay, and that leaves us, now we need to, the directions say in our activity, we need to wait here for 2 seconds. Okay, so what we want to do here now is we want to wait. And there is a control right here that says wait. So we will change this number to 2. And then the next thing we have to do is we have to get ourselves out. Now remember, we are facing now all the way to the left. So we want to turn, we could either turn to the right 180 degrees or we can turn to the left 180 degrees. But if we just turn 90 degrees, it's only going to make us face up. or down, depending on which direction we choose.